Am I canceled or not?
Hi my beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning viewer, hi, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, turn the notification bell on and join the clan. I highly appreciate you doing that. And if you've been here and you returned again, thank you very much for coming back. Highly appreciate you. If you've come back here for the 5th or 100th time, make sure you subscribe, because why not? Clearly you love me. I'm sorry, but let me start by saying thank you guys for the compliments regarding the hair. It's a beautiful wig that I bought from the random shop. Did I say bought? No, it was gifted to me by the random shop. So I am just back here to do a quick update, because since I did the Dave Chappelle video, clearly I'm a fan. Since I did the Dave Chappelle video, a lot has happened since then, and I thought I might update. Some Netflix employees staged a walkout, and during that protest, there was a protest, yeah? During that protest, someone claimed to have invited Dave Chappelle to come sit with them, but he then refused to do so. With this following video, I'll give you a quick look.
Trans lives are not for your entertainment. It is not for your entertainment. Trans lives matter. Trans lives
I'm gender fluid, and so I stand by my trans allies, my trans friends, my family, and yeah, fight the good fight, and just be a presence, be a warm body. I've never done this before, so this is new for me, and it's important to me to not have my queer friends hurt, you know, so.
Is what we as trans people desire for ourselves as well.
We as trans people and non-binary people aren't getting visibility or respect in the entertainment industry to begin with, and to have something like Dave Chappelle's special not be noted that it's promoting discrimination and hate conversation is very hurtful to the activism and the cause that we're trying to progress ourselves in the industry.
Thank you so much for breaking down what solidarity and allyship and community is supposed to look like.
They've already fired one person, they already tried to suspend another, so we've seen very clear examples of how honesty and straightforwardness and candor is rewarded with termination. It's rewarded with the threat of your ability to survive in your livelihood.
You weigh 300 pounds! You weigh 300 pounds! This is a violent protest? You weigh 300 pounds! They beat my buddy up there! Don't charge us! And they're just trying to drown us out for saying, we like jokes, we like Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle responded, and he refuted the allegations of him being invited to speak to the lgbtq community and his alleged refusal to the invitation. He said this. Have a look at this and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
It's been said in the press that I was invited to speak to the transgender employees at Netflix, and I refused. That is not true. If they had invited me, I would have accepted it, although I am confused about what we are speaking about. I said what I said, and boy, I heard what you said. My God, how could I not? You said you want a safe working environment at Netflix. Well, it seems like I'm the only one that can't go to the office anymore.
He further touched on the media trying to play the divide and conquer game to further spread their propaganda or agendas in trying to control what and how people think or react to certain situations. Let me play this clip and then you guys can see for yourself what he said.
I want everyone in this audience to know that even though the media frames this, that it's me versus that community, that is not what it is. Do not blame the lgbtq community for any of this shit. This has nothing to do with them. It's about corporate interests and what I can say and what I cannot say.
Push their agenda and try to control how people should view certain scenarios or certain topics. They are completely involved in politicizing everything and also misinformation. I hate to say this, but Donald Trump was right when he called them fake news, because they do try to spread lies sometimes. The media sometimes try to twist the truth to convey the message that they want to convey. In doing so, spreading information that is utterly wrong, even though they know that they're doing. Yeah. Dave Chappelle further explained that every person that knows him from the LGBTQ community, support him.
For the record, and I need you to know this, everyone I know from that community has been nothing but loving and supporting. So I don't know what all this nonsense is about. In summer 2020, when the whole world shut down, I was outside doing shows. My neighbor had a cornfield and he let me throw shows there, and people came from all over the country. Some people came from around the world to see those shows. The best comedians on earth came to my home and broke bread with me.
Right? It's not the first time he's saying this. And quite a number of people from the LGBTQ community supported him, right? They stood behind him after The Closer came out. So of course, now that there is some uproar. So of course, now that there is some uproar, a lot uproar. Because of the uproar that came from The Closer special, a lot of media companies are now withdrawing their support for him. They've cancelled him, except for Netflix. He made a film that was supposed to be played on several networks, but after this uproar, a lot of media companies have pulled back their support and are afraid to kind of play it, and he says he does not blame them.
I made a whole documentary about it. The first night of those shows was a piece that some of you might have seen. It was called 846, and it dealt with the murder of George Floyd. This film that I made was invited to every film festival in the United States, and some of those invitations I accepted. And when this controversy came out about The Closer, they began disinviting me from these film festivals. And now, today, not a film company, not a movie studio, not a film festival, nobody will touch this film. Thank God for Ted Sarandos at Netflix. He's the only one that didn't cancel me yet. I desperately want people to see this movie. But I understand why investors would be nervous. Since nobody will touch it, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will make it available for all of you in 10 American cities, going on sale in the next few days. You will be able to see this movie in its entirety, and you can see what they're trying to obstruct you from seeing.
And also, in the very end there, he did extend an invitation to the LGBTQ community to sit down and speak, but he gave them these following conditions.
To the transgender community, I am more than willing to give you an audience, but you will not summon me. I am not bending to anybody's demands. And if you want to meet with me, I'd be more than willing to, but I have some conditions. First of all, you cannot come if you have not watched my special from beginning to end. You must come to a place of my choosing and a time of my choosing. And thirdly, you must admit that Hannah Gadsby is not funny. But you cannot have this conversation and exclude my voice from it. That is only fair. You have to answer the question, am I canceled or not?
Classic Dave Chappelle, right? I don't know, it's a little interesting this whole thing has now turned from a man trying to, you know, communicate something which he was proven right, by the way, because what he stated in that special is exactly what is happening. But now in the mix, there's mainstream media that is trying to push their agenda, and they're using this as a catalyst, trying to put the LGBTQ community and Dave Chappelle himself to butt head, because he clearly said in those clips that I played that he does not have any problems whatsoever with the LGBTQ community, and he even implored his fans, his viewers, not to blame them at all for those mainstream medias who have pulled their support off of him. I mean, it's your loss, really. Grow a backbone. I find this really, really interesting, this whole thing. Quick reminder, if you've not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and join my clan, because why not? And you turn the notification bell on so you're notified every time I post a new video. Whew, let me catch a breath because, oh, yeah. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks.